wordt spannend. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our next installment here. Day 4. Losers round matchup between Quinton Pongers, Jan Salim. Race to 8. My name's Gethin Davis. I'll be bringing you some action. Now Quinton making balls off the break. In fact, just one, I'm afraid. The one in the centre pocket, I would assume. Did miss it as I was looking out across the arena. Got no shot on the 2. Can play a push. Quinton moved to the losers bracket in a real tough hill decider. Now he's played the push, Kevin. Jan has the choice here.
He does have the edge, and I think he can cut it. Maybe even try to pot it as well, but mainly look at his cue ball. Long reel towards the 3-5 there. He didn't even try to make the pot. Cue ball is so-so. At least there's distance, but
there may be value in going for this. Kevin bringing the cue ball. If he can avoid the 7 with the cue ball, there could be some value in this. But Jan has got good cue ball on the cushion, which will make this shot a little bit harder.
Yeah, but still, like you said, if you can avoid the 7, and I think he can see enough of the cue ball to do something with it. Before I finish my sentence, he shot the ball.
Full-blooded was the order of the day. Jan now with a good opportunity, needs to avoid
coming in between
the
behind
centre
the 6.
pocket. yeah. First of all, needed to avoid the side pocket. Then needed to avoid being hooked on the 6. So
50%.
There is a bit of traffic around the 3, which could present an opportunity for Jan here. He's looking to take the edge, may run into the 5.
Yeah, you would say if let's say this was the position on the other side of the table, you might have gone for the jump, but now it's almost impossible to reach. Instead, he plays a hell of a safety.
Yeah, he does indeed. Full in the face. 3 ball, round the angles, 6 covering. Quick update on 2 results that have come in. Piers Bayer of Germany has taken an 8-7 win over Tim Jonkman. What a thriller that was. Ralph Suke beating Mohamed Soufi 8-6. Both of them players booking their place in the last 16. Their opponents will move into the losers qualification. What a jump shot there. Well, it must be getting hot in here. because Quinton is looking like Elvis out there. Flashing some chest. He needs a big gold medallion to back that chest up. But it is hotting up in here, and he used all the pocket for that 4. Looks like the cue ball's come over just enough. Thin cut on this orange 5. Pongers is a pretty tall fella.
Playing right-handed. And
oh, good spot. Yes, was playing left-handed. These are the mistakes Jen needs to be punishing. Yeah. Jen straight in. Around the 6. 6 in the same pocket.
Go towards the other side of the table for the 7.
Yeah. We'll just look to draw the cue ball back halfway between where it is now in the 7. Up there.
And then stun it towards the side rail.
This is looking good for Jan to get on the board first. It did take a mistake from Quinton, but he won't mind that. And we'll take through this 9 the opening rack, and while they will rack up for the next, we still have 2 matches underway in the winners' qualification. Oliver Solnocki from Hungary, 7-2 up on Jan van Leerdop, and the later match that started, Dean Shields of the UK tied at 5 apiece on table 3 with Iklin Kachi, as you can see in the background. Dean Shields at the table, and we also have all the losers round 3 matches underway. As the scores come in thick and fast, we'll bring you some updates. This match between Jan Salim and Quinton is part of that losers round 3 matchup. So, Jan Salim with the first of his breaks.
And this actually opens up really nicely. Does have a shot on the 2.
Yeah, not bad at all, Kevin. Mate, I was going to say, just force it through and out. Little straighter than he would have ideally liked on the 3.
Oh yeah, wait. I had the 4 and the 5 switched up.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's the sort of thing I do.
Yeah, well, I'm color deaf. Can he force it around?
Oh, he's tried it.
Oh, does it?
Now, past the 5. I think that's what you were thinking. Oh, that doesn't look like it's big enough.
Nope. So he has to play the 4 into the rail. That comes off a bit into the 5.
Well, on the table next to us, we have the matchup between Victor Zelensky and Cyril Ledoux. And all I have seen for the last 10 minutes is Victor Zelensky at the table. He has taken a 4-0, now 5-0 lead over Cyril Ledoux. He has come up these stairs looking in business. Now, how did you like that?
Pretty decent.
Floats up the table for the 6. This is looking very, very handy now. And one missed shot from Quinton is the difference. The difference can now be 2 racks if Jan takes these 4 out.
Which he more than likely will.
Well, we were checking scores and watching Zelensky and actually completely missed Jan Salim's shot on the 4. We've just found out he played it along through that gap past the 5.
Yeah, the gap we thought wasn't there.
And has backed it up here, Kevin, with a great finish. Now up to 2-0. Early start for Jan. Still early in the match. Quinton will not be daunted by that, but it will be good to see how he can push on with his breaks. Over on the other table, just to the left of this as you look, we have the match still ongoing between Dean Shields and Iklen Kachi. Locked at 5 apiece. That one is becoming a real grind out there for both players. Neither looking to give each other an inch. Quinton to break, trailing 2 racks to 0. Hasn't made the 1 in the side pocket. In fact, hasn't made any. And the cue ball, although it is right next to the 1, is tricky. He likes it.
I think he can just hit the tip of the jaw.
With a little cheat
Lovely
and pocket
jelly.
speed. Has brought that out lovely. And this is the sort of momentum that Jan really likes to push on from.
Yeah.
He can talk himself out of some situations when it starts going against him. This, a complete contrast.
So far. But yeah, everybody knows he can play. I think he grew up in the same time in the the German youth pool as Tobias Bongers, who we just saw, and Joshua Filler.
And is certainly a name known across the US as well. He can certainly play. As can his opponent, Quinton. But if Jan can keep him in his chair, it won't give him the chance to shine.
just enough.
He's consistent, and I like it. Not doing really any heroics right now. Keeps us a bit quiet in the box. Maybe just queuing over the 9. We'll be happy to take a longer 8 ball, likely into the bottom right corner.
As long as he just strokes this pure. I see him making it and getting shape. There you go.
Well, not the scoreline I would have predicted from the get-go. I felt it was going to be a close encounter. It may still end up being a close encounter, Kevin, but John has done exactly what he needs to do, taking the opening 3 racks. And
yeah, it is in line with a lot of the other matches in this round, I have to say, because I see a 5-1, 7-3, 7-3, 6-1. So it seemed to be a lot of lopsided matches right now.
you think a bit of tiredness creeping
Could
in,
be.
perhaps? Well, we won't keep you guessing. If you want to check the scores for yourself, please do visit qscore.com and do a search for the CUETEC Belgian Open here in Oostende at Taverne de Klokke. But yeah, we have over on the background there the remaining of the winners' qualification matches. Dean Shields is now trailing 5-6 to Iklinkachi. And well, we have 8 matches. The 8 loser round 3 matches are underway. A couple of them already on the hill. We'll bring you some updates. But first, Jan Salim,
Doesn't make the 1.
the 5.
The 5 does go, yeah.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh. Do you see what I see?
Yeah. I think
That's a difficult one to take on if you
Well,
want to take it on.
what I was going to say, if he'd been more straight on the 1 ball, then he could have played it as a shot to nothing. Because then he could have easily brought the cue ball back down table. Well, now he needs to hit it full on, and then it'll stay there.
Yeah, he may even get a double hit.
But he might be going for that. He's trying to play it safe.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm not going to give any gap behind that. Oh, that's a big gap. Keep this camera angle in your back pocket for next time, please. Yeah, fantastic. So, did not get the cover he had hoped. Quinton at the table. 4 hampering a real good look at the 2. So, we'll need to put a bit of a shot into this. Wasn't able to avoid the 3. And that is trouble. Was always going to be difficult to avoid that.
100%. I think he might be in trouble now.
Unless it goes,
Nah,
then he might be in even bigger trouble. No. Behind the 7. Just like that. That's a tight cue ball.
yeah, I think he can only hit before the center pocket.
Yeah. And he'll have to load up with a bit of juice on the left-hand side of the cue ball here.
Well, more than a bit.
Oh, he has.
Oh, wait. No.
That was a difficult shot. Where the cue ball was, where he had to cue, and the amount of effect he needed to put on the cue ball deserved everything he got from that. Oh,
Can he find? Oh.
well,
Good luck.
that's twice now. He's put Quinton in a pickle.
Yeah, but
This one is up there.
this one is a
The
couple
king of gherkins.
of a few levels above.
Well, Quinton's just waiting for Kachi to finish. I'm just going to bring you a couple of updates. Victor Zielinski still on the march. 5-1. I think the scoreline's just about to change a little bit more. I'm guessing 6-1 in favour of Victor Zielinski. As we just watch this difficult escape. He was less than half a ball away from it, Kev. But whether it's half a ball or a country mile, it's a foul.
That it is.
Let me just have a quick look. We have Marcel Notenbaum of Germany 1-0 up on the Albanian Facin Lamke. Mark Bijsterbosch on the hill 7-4 against the UK player Carlo Blasi. Joey Hagemans on the hill 7-3 over Ivo Arts after Ivo Arts played out of his skin against Niels Fire. The Finn Otto Oikonen 2-1 up on Alexander Jens from Germany. Willy Brouwer of the Netherlands trailing 2-0 against Nicholas Dorr of Germany. Mika van Berkel on the hill 7-2 up against Mustafa Trabelsi. And the remaining match in this group is the one we're watching right now. Jan Salim leading 3-0 with a good opportunity to take it to 4.
And
Ooh.
on top of missing, it also travels too far.
It just seemed to catch the side before it got to the ball and it all went wrong. This is what Quinton needs.
Needs to slow down.
Yeah, he's running towards the 8 now. Can draw to avoid it, but that means going in with a bit more power. Oh, he had to. He went in with more power, Kev. He's missed it.
But
And you've got your eye on something.
yeah, I saw something happening on the table where Dean Shields and Eklund Ketchier playing. Referee got called in. There was a bit of a discussion, and then both players started laughing, and now play goes on. So probably just something that wasn't fully clear. Anyway, is he shooting the 6-7? Oh, he could make the 6. Wow. I did not see
I didn't
that.
think he was going for that either. It's actually turned out beautiful as well. Ooh.
Yeah, but he'll probably play short side on the 9.
Well,
No need to do anything
if
fancy.
he checks up here, he may get a bit more of an angle. We'll find out. Yes, there is a party going on downstairs. It starts here in Oostende at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and it continues through back to a similar time, I'm sure. And This CUETEC Belgian Open bringing everyone out of their shells, both on the table
and off it. Probably even more so off it.
Yes, exactly. Jan Salim gets to 4 without reply from Quinton. Quinton's break. He will want to get it working and get some numbers on the board soon. Will not want Jan to get away with this, or rather run away with this. The match we were alluding to over on the other table where the referee was involved was between Dean Shields and Eklent Kachi. Eklent leading that match 6-5 with a bit of play still left on that rack. The two matches where players were on the hill have been completed. Mark Bijsterbosch pushes through to losers qualification, beating Carlo Blasi of the UK. Also Joey Haagmans.
Mark's next match is going to be one of the quicker matches of the tournament, I would expect. He's playing Yannick Bongers from the Netherlands as well.
Ooh, the pair of them. Yeah, that should be quick.
So, when the match between Joey Haagmans and Ivo Aerts was announced and the players were walking upstairs, the guys downstairs were singing Ivo is ours, Ivo is ours. And now, after the match is finished and Joey has won, now they're starting singing Joey is ours, Joey's ours, and Ivo's not ours.
Fantastic. Oh, it's such a great atmosphere here. It's so many laughs and smiles. Of Kate, it's all serious on the table, but we do have a lot of time off the tables as well, certainly the players, and it's just a great atmosphere. Testament to 20 nations being represented here in Belgium as well. Many of these players returning.
And speaking of returning, Jan returns the shot to Quinton after he played the push shot.
Can see an edge of this, I feel.
Yeah,
sure he can.
For sure. But why take the risk when you're 4-0 up? So now,
jump.
Yeah, and if he can just like slightly hit it on the left side of the ball, it could go in off the 3.
Yep. And if he plays it just right, he could put the 2 and the 3 in the same shot. However, first things first, he's got to get over this 8 ball, make contact with the blue 2. Oh, he did take a rub of the 3, Kev. Oh, and he's got another rub off the 5. That's not bad at all.
Worked out fine. Now, still, he needs to go to the side pocket and somehow get out of
a predicament, should we say?
Well, I was going to say out of traffic, but yours works as well.
Yeah, I feel like this is a bit of a hole for him to jump into if he gets this wrong.
Looks like he's not going to play it straight into the side. I'm feeling a bank. Bank or safe?
Yeah. Looked like he was aiming up for the cross bank.
Yeah. And in a way he was.
Hasn't played it safe though. This, you have to say, a good chance for Quinton.
One he really has to take.
Yeah. He really does need to start getting some momentum back his way. That shot should just allow him to stretch back the arms and puff out the chest a bit. Oh, he's coming the short side of the 5 because the 7's blocking it. Played that really well. Gonna need to do a little bit with the 6. It looks like the 8 is hampering it into the bottom right. Oh, nice check side to bring it out, but that cue ball is running.
Well, luckily it runs into the 9 instead of past it.
Well, Jan did have an opportunity to keep the throttle down. He elected against it, played safe. Wasn't safe though, was it, Kevin?
No, well, that's the issue. I think that the choice was the right choice. He just missed on the safety window.
Yeah. That's all that Quinton needed though, Kev. That will bring the scoreline to 4-1. It will also get Jan Salim out of his chair. I believe this will be his break.
Yes.
So, it'll be interesting to see if he can just snuff out any chance of Quinton moving forwards from that rack. Couple of updates. Iklin Kachi in the last winners qualification match has extended his lead, is now on the hill, 7-5 against the UK player Dean Shields. Victor Zielinski is now on the hill on the other table down here in this floor to the left of us against Cyril Ledoux, 7-2. Made the 1. The 2 rattled in the bottom right corner, but has stayed somewhat down there.
I think he can hit it and then make the pot.
It'd be interesting if he can and get the cue ball back around. The 3 does pass into the same pocket.
Yeah. Ideally, he will find the window between the 6 and the 9. Maybe go all the way around it.
Oh, he's played that with outside side as well. And he came unstuck with one of them shots earlier, where it caught the side early. Oh.
Well, now, does he cut it in?
He's got to. After playing it that way, you feel he's got every opportunity here if he makes it. I mean, does not really need to do too much with the cue ball. Can let it do its natural path, but...
Go save again.
This time a little bit better than the last occasion. Whether or not that's going to prove too much of a nuisance for Quinton, I'm not too sure, you know.
Well, the hit is there, but again, just a little bit of right English on it, and the cue ball will go in, unless he opts on not going to towards the long rail.
Playing around the back of the 8. Maybe just looking to pick up a thin edge, but there's a good chance that 3...
Oh!
There's a good chance that 3 might have dropped, Kevin. Whoa. Whoa. That did look like a pocket speed. That may have dropped in the centre pocket.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's the speed for sure that kept it out.
Now, back up towards the 9.
Nice little flick.
That will do. was a little bit worried that he was feeling it something a little and decided safeties were going to be the better ploy, but I think that was just the situation and the pattern he was left with, because...
Yeah, I think both shots... Well, definitely the first one, the safety was the percentage shot.
Yeah, it was risky. The other one was risky. Yeah.
And the other one, he could have gone to and gone for the pot, but I would still say that the safety was the better bet.
Well, in hindsight, it has turned out well for him. This 8-9, Quinton did put one on the board to bring it back to 4-1. Would have ideally liked to push on from that. Jan, now with this 9, to extend his lead back to that 4-rack margin. We'll lead 5-1, and that will give us a good chance just to run through the remaining scores. It looks like Victor Zelensky has beaten Cyril Ledoux quite comfortably 8-2. He did look very formidable out there. Someone to keep your eye on if you're watching at home. The last remaining winners qualification match is still underway, as you can see on our screen there. Dean Shields just breaking off, trailing 6-7. Catchy on the hill. But Dean only one rack behind. A break and run here. We'll see that match go to a hill. In the losers round 3, which is where our match sits, Quinton Pongers against Jan, we have one more result in. Mika van Berkel, 8-2 win over Mustafa Trebelsi. And the match is still underway. We have Nicholas Dorr of Germany leading 4-1 against Willy Brouwer of the Netherlands. Otto Oikkonen 5-1 up on the German Alexander Jentsch. And Marcel Notenbaum 3-2 up on Fatjon Lamcha. As Quinton, these breaks are going to start getting more important for him.
No.
Quite a way away with the 1.
And a pretty easy 1-6 combination, I would say.
From this chair, I will agree. Put me out there. Well, I might have a different version of reality, but I have to say he would be very unfortunate to play this combination and tuck the 1 ball up safe. Both the 1 ball and the cue ball should be tracking somewhere towards the 2. The 1 hangs around there would be ideal. Drops will not matter.
So now he needs a good positional shot on that 3. And the 7 is blocking one corner. That's my low level in pool speaking again, because if he gets all the way down from this 2 ball, that 9 is pretty close to the pocket.
Catches the spin. How's this for position? Kevin.
Again, I couldn't have done it better. And it's not a lie.
Well, he's got the 3 in the side. He's just looking to see what the options are on the 4. He also just looked to have a little check at the 5-9 combination. I'm sure he would quite happily steer away from that.
Yeah, but he wouldn't care to take it on either.
No, I agree.
And it looks like...
Stop shot on the 4.
Yeah.
Well, again, I will reiterate, he doesn't need to play for this, but if he feels this is it naturally, why not?
Yeah, he could also go to the same pocket or to the side.
Yeah. Just getting a little quieter up here as the match between Zelensky and Ledoux has come to a finish. These are there to be picked off, Kevin. 6-1 is going to ask some serious questions of Quinton.
I did see Dean Shields look disgusted, and that's because he scratched.
Oh, an important rack to not want to scratch on.
Yeah, 7-6 down.
Jan Salim to take a 6-1 lead. Brings him 2 away from the magic 8. Has done that very effectively. And starting to look like a real uphill struggle for Quinton. Yeah, it looks like they're just taking a time out. He's removed his glove. If he will take a time out, we'll just let you know. Catchy is back at the table on the hill with a good look at the 6 and closing pattern. And myself, Gethin Davis, and my colleague Kevin Dykstra, we will be taking a short moment as well. And we will return back with the players for the culmination of this exciting losers round 3 matchup between Quinton Pongers and Jan Salim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
After I start moving fast. Start the matches of 8 p.m. On table number 2, Nico Roberto against Felix Fogo, table number 2. On table number 3, Victor Zielinski against Tim Jongman, table number 3. And on table number 4, Mark Weissenbos against Yannick Popper, table number 4.
Well, a very warm welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You join us in this losers round 3 matchup between Quinton Pongers and Chan Salim. Chan taking 6-1 lead in quite dominating fashion against Quinton. Quinton just not getting the best from his breaks and not converting his opportunities. Both players just taking their time out. Back to the table will be Jen to break. There'll be a bit of activity going on around the table as well. There are another round of matches beginning. So there'll be some chatting, some noise. All part of competition environment. Oh, this time the one ball rattled in the side pocket, didn't go down. That brings Quinton back to the table. Not seen so many dry breaks from Jan, so may have just been a bit surprised at the outcome from that. The 5 has rested up against the 6, or at least clustered next to it. That may prove a little bit of a thorn in Quinton's side. Although, on second thoughts, the way he's lining up for position on the 4, he'll probably look to come the short side to take the 5 into the top left corner. Now, he's a bit straighter than he wanted to be able to maneuver the cue ball up short side of the 5. Oh, his zip was just slipping too low, Kevin. He's had to zip it up a little bit. And now settles down. Trying to put a big shot on this. The cue ball is spinning violently. Catches quite a bit of it off the short rail. Now, with the scoreline 6-1, what is going through Quinton's mind right now? Caution to the wind. Oh, takes it on. Didn't think at all he would get position on the 6. Was able to. Turning into quite a nice opportunity now. And what a way to return from his timeout. dry break from Jen. Pounced on.
That's what
Quinton.
Quinton needed to do.
Yeah. Wasn't far off making the one in the side pocket, just rattled and hung out to dry. That's all Quinton's needed.
Now, what he needs next, obviously, is a break and run.
Yeah.
If he wants to stay in this match.
Yeah, indeed. Jan is not on the hill yet. There's a little bit more work for him to do. If he can bring this back to 6-3, certainly a healthy scoreline to work from. But he is going to be looking for mistakes from Jen's break as well. They're far and few between, but he has sent the message out to Jen that you break dry again, you can consider that another notch on my scoreline. So be interesting to see if Jen reacts. I was feeling that he was going a little bit more conservative in the latter stages, but as Kevin and I discussed, just making the best of the opportunity he was presented with and not pushing the boat out. As I mentioned, a lot of action going on in the background, everyone rushing to their next round of matches. Quite a few of them have to walk past table one.
Yeah, but they're all slowly settling in. Oh, where's that cue ball? Oh, that 4-barrel helped him. Balls going in left and right. But no shot. All that excitement and then
On
a bit
another,
of anticlimactic
Yeah.
how it ends up.
all in all, on another day, that would have been a scratch. Today, he's made 3.
Yeah. And has to play the push out.
Well, are there any more imaginative and creative shots we can consider for him here? Swerve around the 5 with a lot of right-hand side. Cue ball kicks off the short rail onto the 9. No. But he will be looking to get safe here and keep the pressure on Chan.
Can he bank it up table?
Into the 9. 5 for cover. As the 2 gonna leak. Well,
Maybe not, but then it is a pretty straightforward jump.
well, we've seen Jan jump. Before, he doesn't need to on this occasion.
No.
He's able to slide past the 5.
Needs to slow down. Just about got there. Although it is a thin cut, but he can focus mainly on the making the 5. The 6 is pretty really available for him.
Oh, don't run down too far. Oh,
Nah.
it hasn't. Great shot. Jan showing good composure. As you can see to the left of the screen, Tim Jonkman from the Netherlands. Just having a little warm-up. He will be playing Victor Zielinski in the losers qualification matchup. On the other table here on this floor, table 2, another Dutchman, Mika van Berkel, will be taking on Felix Vogel.
It wasn't a warm-up actually, they started.
My mistake. Thank you very much, Kevin. That's why you're here and paid the big bucks. Jan Salim, you have to say, not put many feet wrong in this match. Needed to be against Quinton.
Yeah.
He is formidable. And on occasions that I've seen him, doesn't crumble under pressure at all. I mean, right now, he could probably be sitting there thinking, yeah, got a chance here. And I like that.
Yeah. I think that's what you got to have if you want to be a professional pool player.
Yeah. It's never going to go your way all the time. Had the pleasure of meeting Chen Salim for the first time not far from here across the border in Den Haag at a One Pocket event. He was telling me some great stories about his times in the USA. Clearly a well-travelled player, well-experienced player.
Yeah, like I said, he grew up with guys like Pongers and Filler.
The best.
And I think we saw him at the Durban City Classic as well when he was like 14 or 15 maybe. In Rotterdam as well. I think he played our tournament as well twice.
Yep.
But he has been in the States for quite some time. I think he just got back pretty recently. I think he was there for 2 or 3 months again.
Yep. Yeah, and very well recognized over there on other American events. My colleagues based over in America do talk fondly of him. He clearly made an impact while he was over there. And I'm sure he'll be frequenting still. I have to say, though, it wasn't long after the young Germans came through, the Polish came through in Storm, and what I'm impressed with here in Oostende, the Finns are coming on strong. It's coming from all angles. You'd always expect the Dutch and the Belgians to be strong here, just in numbers as well as in quality of players, but this has been and is being fantastic. Now,
so yeah, the one ball's down, but it's a tough 2 ball. I can see him play safe here. Try to find the 6-7 there. Ah, goes the other way around. He's got it.
He's got it, but there's an edge.
Yeah, and
to jump over.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
If he can see enough of it, he'd probably go for this, you know. Wouldn't put it past him. He's looking at the potting angle.
Yeah, like I said earlier, if you're jumping at a ball like this, you can't not play for the pot.
Quinton, not too much elevation, looking to keep it shallow over the edge, better for the control. A ball's width away from the side pocket, more importantly, that 2 has not rolled into a safe position. A long, straight 2.
Yeah.
Faces Jan here.
Close proximity to the 3. If you can just stop it there.
Oh, we can't, Kevin, and more.
Well, he could.
I know what you're going to say. Oh. It is that time of day, Kevin. Fill your boots. And I don't blame you calling me out.
So, yeah. We still got that 2 balls near the corner where he was just standing.
Yeah. 6-7. Are we thinking combination, or are we thinking he can get round the back of it? The 6, that is.
Yeah,
It's got an angle.
He does have it, but he was looking at the combination now. Not really looking at playing short side on the 6. There you go.
Well, after putting the 7, the 6 should hang around. If he can just draw the cue ball into a bit of an area. Well,
It's still on, but ideally it either went a little bit farther or a little bit less further.
exactly. Yeah, a little halfway 50-yard liner. Still expect him to make this, but it just puts a bit more pressure on his position play. Oh, done it very nicely. And like I said, he's not the type of guy that will ever bow his head no matter what the scoreline says.
Not phased by the amount of noise coming from downstairs.
The bass has just gone a little bit louder. I'm sure someone sent down the memo that the last round of matches are underway.
Well, we still have one match coming up on this table.
Yeah, we do indeed. Following on from this, it will be one of the last remaining losers qualification matchups.
More specifically, Joey Haagmans and Ernesto Guioni.
Oh, already decided and in the book. In case you were wondering how my colleague was so able to come up with that information quickly, he's using the qscore.com website for the latest. We are streaming 7 tables in total. If you are enjoying the stream, please do like, share and subscribe. Quinton's made balls off the break here. 3 in total, and on this occasion, Kevin,
He does have a shot.
he does. Cue ball's going to be running somewhat away from the 5, but he could bring it back round into a healthy position, maybe even where the cue ball is now. I think this will be the biggest comeback I've seen on the TV table so far this week.
He's getting a little bit ahead of things.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course.
But you did call this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking out loud, Kevin. I'm just sort of pushing forwards from the mentality that Quinton has. I'm pretty confident. Jen is sitting in his chair going, I just need one more good break. Minimum. Anything else will be a Brucey bonus for him. But Quinton knows if he can just keep consistency and delivering, he could give himself a chance. And when a scoreline's like this, I wouldn't say that Quinton would ever be the underdog, but some people do love the underdog when it comes to scorelines. I'm one of them.
Well, not really fully happy with this ball, I think.
Just going to pop it towards the right centre pocket, you'd feel. Doesn't need to. For 7-4. Quinton Pongers is on the comeback, and this is all courtesy of both players taking a timeout quite recently. Just having a look around, as you can see, the action buzzing, well underway. Losers qualification matches have kicked off. As you can see in the background, Victor Zelensky 1-0 up against the Dutchman Tim Jonkman. On our other table, right in front of us, you can just see the edge of it sticking out on the screen. Felix Vogel, the young German, has taken a 1-0 lead over the Dutchman Mika van Berkel. As my colleague alluded to, already chosen for this TV table next, Joey Haagmans will be taking on Ernesto Joni, unless our colleagues are just trying to lead us up the garden path, and they might drop a little bomb on us before this match is done. Jen Salim on the hill, leading 7 racks to 4. Just needs one to get over the finish line. Can he get that one?
Well, he did get the one, but does he get the cue ball? Yeah.
Not really. A looky on the 2. Could play it gently behind the 7 and keep the cue ball somewhere handy.
He might be able to roll the 7 up towards cue ball on the 7. I think this is.
Usually, with the players of this quality, that is not good enough, I'm afraid.
I think he's able to hit the edge and then maybe make the 8.
I like your style, Kev. Karam off the blue 2. Take this 8 on. It's a brave one, but 7-4. Many of these occasions are going to be needing a bit of braveness from the Dutchman.
Here you go.
Was always going to end in a similar position. I think he was maybe expecting the 2 to travel a bit more.
Yeah, he could go to the top left. Could also nudge it towards the 7 and get the cue ball up table.
Yeah.
That's the better shot to take on. Just needs to make sure it doesn't pop out again, and he's done so.
He's done very
brilliantly.
well. And I think where the 6 and 9 is, the 2 railer is not on. He's going for the 1 rail with right hand effect on the cue ball to great effect. How's he going to end up? Well, I think the obvious pot up into the left corner is not on. As we look at the screen, 7 in the way. 2 may pass the 3 to the side pocket. That looks much more amenable. Yeah, if he takes the side pocket on, where's the safe? Is he running up behind the 3?
Oh, that's touchy. Because the 2 ball needs to travel a whole lot of distance to keep it behind the 3.
I don't mind the shot into the side pocket, but I've got a feeling that cue ball is going to be running into trouble. Maybe his only option, unless he wants to play safe.
He's looking at it now.
Could come round the houses here. 1, 2, and the 3. Will the 5 allow it? Not a bad result.
That was a nice kiss there. Does he have the angle to drop it in behind the 4? I think so, doesn't he?
That's what he'll be wanting. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. All right. The 5 is far enough away from the side pocket to be able to just play it.
He may be putting a shot on this to come low on the 5. No, was able to come across. Took a bit of a bounce. As we just allow our friends downstairs to teach you the chorus. Quinton just lets that slide. This is a big 5 here. Any mistakes could be cost of match. Made it.
Without net. Or only net, actually, I should
Only
say.
net, yeah. God, I thought he hit that thick. As it turns out, he hasn't. And what looked like a very threatening scoreline is looking much more favourable.
Now he's to break next, isn't he?
Yeah, he's knocking on the door a little bit. Makes that 9. This match isn't over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Although Jan Salim is on the hill, Quinton is fighting for his tournament life and has taken this now to a 13th rack. Needs to keep pushing forward. Does have the break, as you can see there. Johnny, our official for these 3 tables, just having a little word with Tim, and
I think they feel that Magicballrack isn't up to scratch anymore.
oh, just saw Felix on our table 2 make a great bank shot there, sitting pretty on the 4 as well. Apologies for the small interruption there. We were just looking to help Johnny out in finding a new Magicballrack. Looks like he's got that one sorted. Now, back to Quinton at the table.
Another nice possibility. Nice chance against Jan.
Okay. Going to take a chunk of the 7.
And that's too big of a chunk.
Yeah. Suffering. It would be a crying shame if it were a position shot like that that would let him down on this. What I have to say has been a very impressive comeback so far. Needs to follow it up now with a good jump shot onto the 5. Ideally wants to make the 5. Oh, Kevin Dykstra. What a shot from Quinton Pongers. Needed to come up with a big one. Has come up with a big one. Will be a little bit disappointed at where the cue ball has gone, but he won't be disappointed that he's still at the table, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. And this 6 ball, well, this 6 ball and a better control of the cue ball, we could see Quinton ask a deeper question from Jan here.
Ooh, that was a lot of movement with his body.
Yeah, just seemed to ping the cue up somewhat. And in retrospect, this is what Jan has been waiting for. He knew with getting to the hill quickly, there was a very good chance the chance would come. This could be it. Run the cue ball underneath the 9.
Yeah.
I have to say, this match has been exciting. It did look like, well, it looked like Jen was going to run away with it. He may still win this match, but
Not as comfortably as it looked at first.
yeah, I take my hat off to Quinton. I mentioned he never seems like he is there to give up. What a demonstration by the young Dutchman. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Is there another sting in the tail? Oh
Also,
my.
that shape wasn't nice.
Well, as my colleague Kevin has just pointed out, there's a couple of interesting scorelines hanging around out there. I'm looking forward to bringing them to you, but I am not going to disturb Quinton here, or you viewers at home. This is important. Oh,
Uh-oh. Oh, that's good. It's slowing down.
how about that for a confident pot? I thought he was going to drop it in. Quinton Pongers from
7-2 down.
7-2 brings the scoreline back to, well, a very entertaining and, more importantly, opportune 7-6. Jan will get the break, but all the pressure on it now. And as I mentioned with the scorelines in the losers qualification matches, 3 underway at the moment. Mark Bijsterbosch is playing Quinton's brother Yannick. Yannick is 6-0 up in that match. We'll keep an eye on that, but I'm keeping an eye on Jan here. He's got a shot on the 2. The 3 is a little bit ugly next to the 8. He's not going to get an easy pathway to victory on this occasion.
The 3-8 is also not going towards the pocket. Is he gonna run into it?
He tried it. That's what he tried. Needed to pick up a lot more effect. Now I hope Jan hasn't just...
Oh. Is it gonna slow down in time? That would have been something.
Well, if Jan is just starting to lose a little bit of faith in this match, you feel that all of that is being picked up on by Quinton.
Oh,
Oh, it's okay.
yeah.
And
Still, that 8 ball is in a awkward position.
if he avoids it now with the 4, he just needs to land low on the 7 and he can float up, but will he contact the 8 with the 4 here? No, he avoids it. And if he can just stay his side of the 7 from the potting angle, he'll feel he's in prime position to take this match to the hill. What a turnaround.
I think he wants to get close to the 8.
He's done it, ladies and gentlemen. He's only gone and done it. Shape on this 9. I'm not too sure if that was a little bit of a shake of the hand, but if there are any nerves, he'll be feeling it right now. I do not blame him one bit. I'd be quite prepared to slap some water on my face right now for this one. This to bring us to hill. Hill. Whoa. Quinton Pongers has delivered right when he needed to. How is Jan's head right now after sitting down and watching that? His last shot, when he missed opening up that cluster with the 8, just seemed like he was letting the frustration overflow somewhat. Would be a shame if so, as he's not put many feet wrong at all in this match. Quinton has just taken it back under control. Hill, Kevin, can you breathe?
I try to.
Well, take a deep one. Take a deep one. We could be in for a roller coaster here. Quinton Pongers to break. The players have exchanged high fives. We're going all the way. This for a place in the losers qualification.
One ball down. He does have a shot.
Ooh. The 2 onto the 3 is the shot.
Yeah, he can just move forward to play the 3-8 combination there.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at as well, Kevin. That's where the 3 will rest up after it's contacted the 8. Doesn't want it to play silly games with him.
Doesn't want it to drop.
No, all that. Played that very well. It was so easy to catch it on the left side of the 8. Now, which pocket will he play for with the 4? I kind of like staying low on it and taking the 4 up into the top left.
Yeah.
Just to avoid bringing any concerns of that 6.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing that. No. This is a tester.
Well, after his hill match that he sadly lost at the beginning of today, I passed him on the stairs and Quinton just looked at me and put his hand on my shoulder and said, well, you can't win them all. Well, karma, I'm not sure, but this young fella has played his heart out to get back into this after a dominating performance from Jen. This is not over, but just to get to this position, testament to his character, Kevin.
Yeah, and I think you said it at 7 too.
Yeah, you thought I was crazy. I thought I was too.
Yeah, well, but that had nothing to do with that statement.
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, I just had this feeling in my bones. I had a feeling in my bones. There was something going on out there. And again, Jan hasn't really done much wrong. Just the breaks haven't been coming to him since the comeback begun. This is a thin cut.
Oh, yeah.
He's taking it on all day.
He has to. It's the kind of a shot that you rather play and miss than not play and give up the shot.
Yeah, agreed. How's the pace? How's the line? Bump on the 9. Thank you very much. Just to quickly interject, ladies and gentlemen, Quinton Ponga's brother, Yannick, has just beaten Mark Bijsterbosch, which is no mean feat, by 8 racks to 1. He only started half an hour ago. Complete contrast to his brother here, who's had to dig deep. Grit, determination, patience. I'll run out of words to describe this performance if he is able to take it over the finish line.
There will be plenty of words to think of if he doesn't.
I will press the mute button. And I do feel a bit for Jan, because Jan just came out the blocks 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, was really looking like just putting in the performance of a lifetime. Somehow Quinton has ridden that wave. Oh. Wow. I think that's all I'm going to summarize this with. Wow. Whatever happens from now on in this match. Wow. Kevin Dijkstra and Gethin Davis have had the pleasure of bringing this match to you. Jan Salim probably disappointed, but let's not take anything away from Quinton Ponga's from 7-2 down to bring it back to win 8-7 in what turned out to be a slugfest And we'll progress through to the losers qualification, a matchup against Matthew Wrigley from the UK. But coming up here on table 1 will be in short fashion the Dutchman Joey Haagmans taking on the Albanian Ernesto Gioni. Well, Kevin, I will let you sign this one off for the next match because I'm done. That was impressive.
Well, we'll be back in a few minutes because the next match has already been announced. So be right back. Thank you.
Power, precision, prestige, unleashing tour-level performance, built for the biggest stage. Powered by CUETEC, inspired by Matchroom, the 9-ball series.
Welcome back. Just needed to get some refreshments and missed the first rack of the match, but we're back in action now. Keone won the first rack of the game and now has the break. Welcome back, Catherine.
Cheers, Kevin. And yeah, we got to see Ernesto on table 2 earlier in an absolute thriller of a matchup against Cyril Ledoux, I believe.
No, wasn't it against
What was it before?
Jani Sikinen?
The Finn indeed.
Somewhere.
Good memory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hill pushed him into the losers qualification matchup here with Joey. So we'll see how many battle scars he picked up in the last one, because that was an absolute slugfest.
Well, he got off to a good start.
Yeah, the 3-5's a little ugly.
Yeah, but I think if you play it softly, it's...
Oh.
Who's going for it now?
Well, Joey won't mind coming back to the table with a look at this combination, 2-5. Joey had a massive win in his last matchup against Evo Arts, who Evo had just come off the back of a very big win over Niels Fire. So Joey clearly in form. Playing in a club not too far from here across the border, Sport Pub Goos. I've had the pleasure of going there a few times.
Yeah. He does come from Limburg, that's the other side of the country.
He plays in Goos.
Yeah.
Hoo-hoo. Commitment. Great pool hall though, understandable why. Joey, his brother, and a few others. Oh, that's not a bad nip. Could have done with another ball roll.
Yeah. And now he needs to... Maybe... Yeah. You gonna go attacking here?
He's played it well. Avoided the side pocket. Now, has he got anything to work with here on the 4? Doesn't look like he's got much at all. Now, he could just stop the cue ball and take the longer 6 on. That might be his only option here now.
Yeah, anything. Oh, well,
Oh, he had a bit.
enough of an angle.
Played that very well indeed. Similar line to what I was expecting him to be left with, but less distance. And quite a natural shape to come round short rail, long rail. 7 in the same pocket. Got a lovely angle to come over for the 8.
Burger. Nee. Nog één mayonaise. Nog een mayo. We hebben er maar eentje.
Just drawing back off this 8. Great response to the opening rack. He's got into that a bit. Should be okay. Yeah, nicely done. Joey Haagmans also off the mark. Scoreline back to 1 apiece. Ernesto jumping out of his chair, keen to get on with this. Group of players waiting to go downstairs. I'm not too sure if they're allowed to or if they're too scared to. Listening to what's coming from up the stairs. Well, I can only express our satisfaction that this is what gets brought to us when we come here to Oostende. Great atmosphere, players, fans, families, and a lot of lively locals. All love pool. And just adds that extra dimension for the players. Joey down to break. Opening 2 racks going against the break. Not making the 1. And a dry break. May see more racks going against the break if they continue to develop like this. Now, Ernesto's just having a look at the 2 to 3. It's not necessarily a given.
No, nothing in this rack really is.
No, well, yeah, good point.
We have seen it before on this table that early on they struggled to find that 1 ball in the side, and as the match goes on, they find that spot and do make it.
Yeah, great point. And I noticed with Felix, he just brought the cue ball in a third of a ball. Big difference. Break box in effect. He's shaking his head. Just looks a little bit disappointed with everything that's in front of him. However, I do feel there's a good chance if he wants it here to play the 3 on purpose to run into the 9. He's just come down now to have a look. He's looking at actually running it round the table. Top left long rail, short rail and back down again. Ambitious, but maybe feels that's his best option here. Yeah, needed to force it a bit as well. And in forcing it, missed the pot. Cue ball found side pocket. Just want to add, all the fans downstairs do have the big screen up. They will be watching this match. Expect some reactions as and when big key shots are made and played. I know for sure Joey Haagmans has played here in the past. He will be fully aware of what's capable here at Taverne de Klokke at this CUETEC Belgian Open. It will get lively and loud. The walls aren't that thick. Can't say I've seen Ernesto here before though. So
Might have been in the past somewhere, but
yeah, I've been reliably informed. He attended the OrangeForks Open. That's where I recognise his name from. Just can't remember if I saw him here last year. But if not, he might not be aware of the possibilities of the excitement and extracurricular activities that go on here.
yeah, big draw shot needed here from Joey.
Oh,
He does just that.
he plays that well. He's played 2 shots like that now, where he's just come off that first rail perfectly. Comes down to good drills, good skills. Last 16 for Joey. That'd be good for him. It's a real good platform.
I think he has been there before.
Yeah, he's certainly a familiar face on the national and European circuit. Him, his brother, and a few of his teammates, I'm sure.
Did leave it a bit long. Just trying to make sure he wasn't in front of that side pocket, I think it was. As you can hear, they're not only cheering on, that they actually have a favorite, and
They clearly do.
Ernesto just sped away. Don't think he gave up. I hope not. But he has left the building for a second.
Oh, excuse my hysterics. It's beautiful. And Joey just holding it in. He must be reacting to this as well. It's unignorable. It's great. It just looks like... Well, we have scores coming in. I mentioned that Yannick Pongers got off his loser's qualification in quick fashion against Mark Bijsterbosch, 8-1. Victor Zelensky beating Tim Jonkman, 8-1. We still have one match of losers round 3 to complete, so we can finish off the final lineup of these losers qualification group. Otto Oikonen, 6 apiece against the German Alexander Jentsch. Another Finn in with contention of making it through to the last day, last 16 tomorrow. Match is underway. Well, up on this floor, we only have one match still going. Mika van Berkel against Felix Vogel. Felix leading 5 racks to 3. Quinton Pongers, who we just witnessed on one of the great comebacks so far in this Belgian Open. Straight out and is 4-0 up against Matthew Wrigley. I'll bring you some more scores as they come in thick and fast. Ernesto to break, making a good one, but is not getting much fortune off of the break when it comes to the 2. 9 hampering the 4 as well, Kev. This is certainly not a foregone conclusion. There may be the thinnest of edges, if at all, for Ernesto. He may elect to take that thin edge on to bring the cue ball round to this traffic in the bottom left. There's a lovely little gap between the 4-5 if he can get it. Don't think he's going to come around there. He'll be coming around closer to the 3. He is. He's picked up a piece of it. He's unclustered the 4-9. Oh, this is a shot to take on Kevin.
That's the big question. Does it go about a 7?
Well, a little slip and slide is certainly possible. Oh,
Or just bounce it in?
oh my lord. Well, if there was any bother from the raucous applause from downstairs, I think Ernesto has taken this in his stride. 2 great shots. First one very brave, possibly fortunate, but fully deserves here. 9-ball will be moving, but could provide a good blocker for Ernesto to keep control of the cue ball. Just like that. Oh, this could be a bit of a spicy affair, Kevin.
Shaping out to be. All done by that great shot on 2, was it? Opening up the problem, the 3, 4, 5 there.
I actually thought he was just glancing off it to play the safe. I didn't realize until I was watching the cluster unfold. He potted the 2. It's fantastic.
Yeah, this is turning out to be a great out by Ernesto.
Yeah. And you know what? Joey looks as in a finer form as I've seen him in. He's calm, he's collected. I know his consistency is certainly there. It's just sometimes when you come up against a formidable opponent that maybe gets a run of the balls, it can just disjoint it, but Joey doesn't seem in that zone at all. So I've got a feeling if Ernesto is going to keep clearing like this, we are in for fireworks and some. What a little Brucey bonus of an ending to this wonderful 4th day at the Taverne de Klokke, Oostende. I say day 4 because we have a 5th day to come. Last 16. While that goes on, we will have a little side event as well to keep the energy levels up. So set your alarms for tomorrow morning. I believe it's 10 o'clock in the morning CET. Action kicks in. I'm about to be told off if I've got it wrong. Oh, I've avoided a flogging. Oh, this time Joey not far away at all from making the 1, and like you pointed out, in matches past on table 1, players just taking a few racks to get into it. He's getting that close now. Ernesto made the 1 on his break, so we could be really warming into this race to 8 very nicely. A lot of head shaking from Ernesto. It's going to take a lot to please that young man, I feel.
I think only when he makes all 9 balls on the break.
As long as them 9 do not include a white, then yeah, maybe. Oh, similar shot to his opening one in the last rack, less thin of a cut. Played it a bit thick. Maybe looking just to hold put specifically on that 2 to be able to make shape for the 3. Now, what's Joey Hagemans left with here? It could pass the 7.
think it might, yeah.
He's had a good look. Is there value in taking this on? He may be able to swing around the 4-8. If he could use the 5 as a blocker, that would be awesome. No, didn't contact the 5. That's the cue ball will come down a little bit far on this 2.
Yeah, and he actually needs to play shape on the short side of the 3 rather. So that's gonna need a hell of a shot, but he elects to play it safe. Does get it pretty okay. Kick shot there, although Ernesto looks to be looking at the jump. Probably just banking it into the side.
How has that 3-9 developed, do you think? I don't think the 3's going to be passing it any day soon. Into the bottom right, perhaps.
It definitely goes there, but depending on where the cue ball ends up, you might have a carom off the 3 into the 9.
Oh, I like that too. I do like that. That would lend itself to playing this full in the face.
No shot for Joey there.
No shot for Joey, indeed. Now, can Joey take off the right-hand side of this 2, bring the cue ball back up to this end of the table, and maybe just float the 2 behind the 4-8? It's a delicate shot, but I feel that's the best way he's going to get distance between these. Oh, that's what he's gone for. Oh, a little clip on the 8 would have slowed the 2 up. It hasn't, but...
And now you can see the edge of the 2 ball. Pretty sure it doesn't go.
He could come round
now. It does go, but I don't think it goes from where he can hit it.
Right. So looking just to play the 2 into the 4 on the side where it will keep the 2 behind the 8. And we'll be looking to just get the cue ball somewhere in a similar position, hopefully behind cover. Good camera angle here, showing you exactly what he was trying to do. That may have turned out a little bit better because the 2 was locked up against the 4. And the 3 is now hampering the cueing. So a little bit trickier for Joey here.
He can still hit the right edge of the 2 ball. If he thins it really, plays it really thin, it will stay behind the 4 ball, and the cue ball will go back down towards the 3 and the 9 again.
Look at the cueing. I mean, I'd be quite tempted coming cushion first and coming into it just to hedge my bets a bit more. This is fine margin stuff. Cueing over the 3 and the 9. Take some effort to play your shot. I like it, Kevin. No, he went cushion first instead. Needed to get an edge rather than thick.
Yeah, I think he played it on hitting it full in the face, or maybe that was the result of missing out.
Taking the combination on, made it successfully. Left the 2 hanging there as well. Now, he's back to look at this 3-9. I did like my colleague Kevin Dijkstra's suggestion of coming low on it to play the carom off the 3 with the cue ball onto the 9. That bottom left corner does look a little beggy. Maybe a bit straighter than we imagine. He's looked to force something. Oh, that little clip at the 6 may have helped.
I think it slowed it down too much now. Don't think he can play that 3-9 now. What's he looking at? Again, not happy with how it turned out, it looks like. Pointing on where he wanted the cue ball.
Well, Joey can 2-rail into this. There's always a possibility. If he catches it high side of the 3, he'll reverse bank it into the bottom right corner. Depends how hard he wants to go into this. But the up and down looks to be hampered by the 5. And this would be his path of least resistance. Double kiss won't matter. It's probably prevented bringing the 9 into play, but still not a obvious shot on for Ernesto here.
You might see Joey kick at this 1 reel.
Quite a makeable shot as well, by all accounts. Good hit, avoids the scratch. And yeah,
no direct pot on.
No, not at all. And for our viewers just wondering what's happening out there on our other tables, we do have one losers round 3 match still underway. The winner of that to go into the losers qualification to complete the lineup of the losers qualification group. That's Otto Alkanen from Finland against the German Alexandre Jentsch. That is now hill. That match has been going on for the best part of 2.5 hours. So that one coming to a climax. The winner of that will play Dean Shields in the losers qualification for a place like these guys in the last 16 coming back tomorrow. Don't expect Joey to go offensive here. Played well. Did the cue ball leak a little bit further than he hoped? I would imagine so. Playing this delicately, wants the 9 to come in the way. I think he's done that. Just took a little rub as well. Now the 3's a little bit further off the cushion here. Still imagine he would make the hit. It's more about, can he get distance between the 3 and the cue ball? Well, he knew he needed to, so he's gone into it with a bit more oomph, and that cue ball's just slid. Missed the 3. Ball in hand.
Yeah, great chance for Ernesto. All balls pretty much in the open. Just needs to make sure he doesn't bump into any balls unnecessarily or whatever.
Yeah, played that well. Doesn't even have to do anything with the cue ball here. Could just stop it if he wants to. Which he's done. We'll be looking to get into the lead here.
It does need to stretch a bit.
That little bounce helps. And Ernesto Joni from Albania takes the lead. 3-2 in this race to 8 for a place in the last 16. Just having a little look out. We've got right in front of us the matchup between Mika van Berkel, Felix Vogel. That is getting closer and closer to the finish line. Felix leading 6-5 over Mika. A few more updates. Fatjen Lamke is trailing 1-0 to Jan van Leerop. Nicholas Dorr of Germany is trailing 5-0 to Mohamed Soufi. And Quinton Pongers has taken a 7-1 lead against Matthew Wrigley, flying high after that amazing comeback against Jen Salim. Finds himself on the hill.
Yeah, so he's won 13 of the last 14 racks he's played.
Flying high. Now, another shake of the head from Ernesto.
Captain Hollywood style.
Yeah, exactly. Now, would anticipate he goes safe here. The 3 is in a very tricky spot as well. Bit of traffic for him to aim for.
Yeah, but he's looking at cutting the 2 because he was looking at the line the cue ball's going to take. So is that cutting to make it or cutting to play safe? He's changing his mind again.
I think he was looking at the bank shot, using the 7 to hold the cue ball. 9 for cover, 3 still available. Maybe I was seeing things.
It did look like it.
That is not good enough either. Joey Haagmans has not only a decent look at this, he can take this bank on, and there's an element of running into the 5 for shape on the 3. He's turned it down. A much more sensible play has rewarded him with quite a difficult escape for his opponent. He's looking at the 2 rails. There's a good chance if he hits it full, he could put Joey back in trouble, but first order of the day is to make contact with the 2, which he has done. The 8 and the 5 was rolling, but nowhere near a pocket.
His only luck is there's no straightforward pot on for Joey. Joey not taking any risks.
Don't blame him. Distance, good order. Now, not sure if Ernesto can dig into the cue ball enough to pop it over behind the 8 ball. Doesn't look like he's doing that. Oh, he's gone for the bank.
Well, has he? Or has he gone for the safety?
Answers on a postcard to Oostende. Well, it's dropped. He's still at the table. 6 is providing cover for the 3. He's going airborne. This will be a big shot, not just to make, but also to have gotten shape on the next ball, the orange 5. What's happened there?
No, I think he's not. Oh, well, not quite sure. I think he, from this angle, I think he might be able to hit it.
Didn't do out. Well, he didn't go aggressive at the last opportunity. I don't think he'll go aggressive here either. His safety game has been working rather well for him.
Oh, if he plays it like just over pocket speed on the bank and try to get the cue ball around. Well, kind of like this, but he hit it a bit harder than I meant.
Yeah, good shout. Thin cut on the 3. Not attempted. Ernesto's turn to put Joey in a little spot of bother. Doesn't look too difficult to get out of. The 1 rail escape. If he can get enough effect off the rail, he could stick the cue ball somewhat here. The cue ball did stick, Kevin.
Yeah.
But the 3 is available to the top left. The 8 is covering it to the top right. And he's having a look. He's having a good look, Kevin.
Yeah, because the 6 passes the 3 passes the 6 rather. See Joey trying to stick him up behind the 6 here. Yeah,
that would be order of the day. Where is he looking to push the 3 ball to?
As far away as possible.
He doesn't want it resting on the cushion though. He would like it out in the open. That's what he's done. There may be a 1 rail escape. I think there is. He doesn't like it. Looking at the 2 rail now. I do like this one. There is a better chance, Kevin, that he could start sending this 3 ball down towards the bottom left corner.
Yeah. If he does hit this. Oh, no, he's going the other way around now. Probably just afraid of the possible scratch.
Yeah. Ball in hand to Joey. Important ball in hand. Okay, we're not really up to the halfway point yet, but Joey will want to keep Ernesto within a rack's difference, if better, getting into the lead.
Well, let's start tying it up.
Exactly. Six to 7 is really going to be his only challenge here.
And 6 to 7 is also the score at Mika van Berkel and Felix Vogel.
Good spot. It looks like in that decider in the losers round 3, Otto Oikinen was actually defeated by the German Alexander Jentsch 8-7. What a match that was.
Yeah, nice confident potting by Joey.
Yep, 3-3.
If he doesn't have any sort of angle, he could just leave it there. Just moves it a bit closer. Okay, not doing anything funny or whatever with it. Just making sure he makes the pot and leaves himself a shape.
Well, this will bring the scoreline to 3 apiece. If you have to pick a difference between the two, I would say Ernesto has just got that little bit more flair about his way around the table. Joey, consistent. He's persisted. Yeah, persisted with the safeties as well. That's paid dividends and it's kept him in this in good fashion. And a little cheer from downstairs for that 9 ball sinking. So Ernesto has to take this in his stride.
So was it the previous rack where he barely missed the one on the side? Gavin nods his head in accordance.
Yeah, it wasn't far away from it at all. Look for this 1 ball to go close. He's still hanging out at the edge of the break box there. There he is.
But just to make sure he's safe, there's 3 balls in between the cue ball and the 2.
Well, Ernesto stretching his neck in the side of the screen there. He's got nothing to be disappointed with so far. Score being tight. Good chance he'll get to the table here now. I can only imagine Joey is going to play a push.
Yeah, he is going for leaving a jump. I prefer the second side, so behind the 6, what he was looking at. Because then you leave a straight jump instead of one with a bit of an angle where you could potentially give your opponent a somewhat easy jump and if he gets lucky, shape. Now, he's done neither of those two options.
No, but a useful thing to point out, Kevin, that's the sort of things that need to be considered. The push shot can be quite overlooked. Now, if Joey played that with the expectancy of getting it back, he's got just that. Ernesto's handed this position back to him. And Joey quick on the one rail escape. He might fancy potting this.
It is far away from the...
So, after Joey Hartman's push shot, he now finds himself back at the table, taking on the one railer. Wasn't far away at all. Caught it thick. It has travelled up just past the side pocket.
That's a thin cut.
It is.
Moving towards the 3, so he might be able to plot the 3 in the bottom right corner from this angle.
Well, he's taking this thing cut on, I think, Kev.
Yeah, you should.
Oh, I was going to say, I didn't really like him playing to try and come around the 5, the 7 and the 6. He hasn't. He's played it well. Has a long 3.
Yeah, you would expect him to take on the long shot, not the one to the side.
But not a bad little window to come through with the 7 and the 5. Just needs to focus on the pot. Didn't need to. Came across the top of the 5. And actually has come across the 4. So now has a natural angle to bring the cue ball back out centre table. Would actually like to be just at the right hand side of the 5 as we're looking at it from here, so he can bring the cue ball across to the left to play the 6 in the same pocket.
Looks like he's gonna go around it.
Yeah, a bit straighter than he'd hoped. Could have finished either side of the 5 in all fairness, but now, as you said, Kevin, it's going to need to push this through.
Oh, nicely done. Good bounce. Might have overrun it a bit again. But in this case, you can just draw it back.
Yeah, yeah. This is a close match.
Yeah, I'd say it's about 20 feet away.
As you can see, Ernesto just stepping back and giving the opportunity for the young German Felix Vogel to take his shot.
Yeah, he's on the hill.
This 8 ball, it's an 8. He's playing it into the middle. Thank you very much, Kevin. Needs a bounce on the 1.
He's got it to the side. Oh. Might have gone a bit too far.
We'll leave that one as a conundrum for our viewers at home.
Well, maybe we don't. I guess we do.
Yeah, he's finished quite straight over on our table. This looks quite a formality for Ernesto to take 4-3.
And if he takes this one quickly.
Felix just giving his cue a big wipe. That 9 in the center, and he will book his place in the last 16.
Yeah, or it'll go hill. But he makes it and advances into the last 16.
Tough match for them two. Could have gone either way. Both Mika and Felix playing some fantastic pool here. Shame one has to progress through. As you may not be able to see, but they're having a lovely little chat together. Good comrades, both on and off the battlefield. Now, back to our Joey Haagmans, Ernesto Joni matchup. Netherlands versus Albania.
And it's not the only Netherlands versus Albania. Yeah, I saw what happened there. Ends up with the amount of times the 2 ball where they got hooked between behind another ball on the 2 ball is insane. Anyway, what I was going to say, that's not the only Netherlands versus Albania matchup there is. Fat John Lemche is 4-1 up against Jan van Lierop. So far it's Albania 2, Netherlands 0.
Well, Joey's left with no open pocket for the 2 down at this bottom end of the table.
Well, are you sure it doesn't go by the 7 and 5?
Well, if it does, I'm done for.
Come on, Joey, prove me right.
Heart rate was going up there. Thanks, Kev. Now,
Still inconclusive if it went. He just didn't go for it.
No. What he did go for was a good safety. Bit of traffic. Not too sure the 1 rail is on naturally. Ernesto's going to put a bit of swerve on this by the looks of it. Not guaranteed to get safe by any stretch of the imagination. I think the swerve is a bit ambitious. He's looking at, can he play in off the short rail inside the 4 and get enough of the 2 Fine margins.
Yeah, it's 2 small windows there.
Bit of topspin just to open it up.
And open it up he did.
I'm
For
going to
Joey.
say the 2 goes in this bottom left corner.
No way. You sure?
Let's hope he goes for it. Yeah, there will be a little bit of activity going around these players. Some of the losers quali matches coming to a close. As we mentioned, Felix Vogel just going through with a good win, tough win over Miko van Berkel. Quinton Pongers already through from losers qualification, beating Matthew Wrigley of the UK. Yannick Pongers, we mentioned, with a very dominating win over Mark Bijsterbusch, 8-1. And of course Victor Zielinski through 8-1 against the Dutchman Tim Jonkerman. 4 matches still underway. 1 only got off very recently. That's the matchup between the German Alexander Jentsch and Dean Shields of the UK. Dean leading 1 rack to 0. Now, he needs an angle.
He has an angle.
Yeah, perfect. Come across for the 5, and I tell you something, that 5 to 6 is no gimme where the 9 is.
And where the 8 is.
Well, he couldn't have got this cue ball in a nicer position. Maybe
now-
able to come through the 9 and 8 like that. Otherwise you're running into the 9 and running your luck, and oof. Yeah, he got it through. Knew he had to hit it hard to get back onto the pot in line. Has done that. Now, can he drop this 6 in, avoid the 9? Because if he can, he should be natural on the 7. I think Ernesto was making a complaint about
No.
the door being open.
No. I think Joey ordered a bottle of water.
Okay. Okay.
Because somebody walked by anyway, and he's like, "Ah, just give me one."
I didn't know if the door was open.
and then he said, "Just go now," and then the door opened.
Perfect. Joey played that well. Avoided the 9. Good speed to hold for the 7. Looking in good contention for 4-4 here. God, I felt like he hit that a little bit fatter than he wanted to.
Yeah.
Now,
It went straighter than I expected.
doesn't need to do anything with the cue ball here. It's dressed up over that side pocket if he fancies it.
This could be a costly one.
Thin cut left on the 8 though. This is no gimme. Takes it on, makes it.
And gets the shape.
Well, it's been really close up until this point. This is the first time a player has taken a 2-rack lead. How important that will prove to be. Well, that will come out with the wash. Tap on the table. That was Joey's to lose that rack. He'll put it past him. And they're still up to 5-3.
Oh, it was
his water.
it was Ernesto ordering it, but I think the guy who wanted it,
Yeah.
or the guy who got it, couldn't understand him.
Whoa. Wow. While we wait for Joey to rack them up. Fat John Lamke is 4-1 up over Jan van Leerop. Alexander Jansch, the late starters, is 2 down to Dean Shields. A lad from the UK playing really well so far, looking to get through to the last day. And the German Nicholas Dorr trailing 4 racks to 7 against Mohamed Soufi Mohamed on the hill. This time not making the one in the side, but took a bump. Looked like it might have dropped in the right corner. It hasn't. Ernesto to the table. Another shake of the head. Maybe just feeling the natural shape to get on the 2 is not there. May have to put a little bit of something on it.
Does have tiniest of angles, it looks. Maneuvered around the 6 very nicely. Almost makes the 9 ball in the process.
I think the shaking of the head is to give his opponent a false sense of security. Certainly works with me in the box. That was very well executed, Kev.
Yeah, but he can't reach it.
Oh, and in stretching, that's compromised his action with the cue ball to get shape on this 3.
So I think that's what it was about.
Looks pretty close to that short rail as well. That's going to make this a bit difficult. Might look to bring the 8 or the 4.
Looks like it's almost glued to it.
Looks like he's getting a thin edge. He's wanting to come around the 8 ball, get more distance, bring the cue ball up onto the short rail. Is he going to get it behind the 6 as well? Cause a chance.
If he'd missed it, it would have been stuck behind, I guess.
Well, he could just aim to play the 3 straight back up the table, avoiding the 4. I kind of like him playing a containing safety, bringing the 3 onto the long rail and the 1 onto the opposite, the cue ball onto the opposite long rail. But that's going to be a big judge of pace for where the cue ball's landed on the short rail.
That's not good.
Ooh. Half in, half out. I think. Oh, that's not good. Correct, Kevin.
I know a bad shot when I see one, because I play them all the time.
Well, he's going to try and slip this inside the 9. Opened up the angle as well. That's pushed the 9 into a little predicament.
No,
Should be alright.
The 8 is close by. And there's plenty of room between the side pocket and the 9 ball, so if he just gets basically straight on it, he's okay.
Well, he's straight on this 5. Can draw straight back if he can. This, in the scheme of things, would be a very big rack for Ernesto to take off Joey. 5-4. Okay. Reasonable and some.
6-3.
6-3 with 2 more needed. It's just going to ask Joey.
With Ernesto to break.
Yeah. Well, we'll have a look. First of all, is the 7 onto the 8. As you said, Kev, doesn't need to do too much with the cue ball off this 8. He'd like it as straight as possible.
And trying to get us as straight as possible, nearly.
Compromise the pot.
Yeah. But in the end, he doesn't and makes it 6-3.
Race to 8. And well, as you said, Kevin, get the break. This could be very useful for the Albanian here. As you mentioned, Facilamka, also from Albania, in. And also, already in the last 16, the brothers, Kledio and Iklentkachi. So, Albania fighting strong here in Belgium. Made the 1, Kev. Avoided the scratch on the cue ball. It did look like it was going to tickle the side pocket. Not a bad shot on the 2 to make. Should avoid side pockets. Long rail, long rail. Ooh, hasn't made it and may have leaked. May have leaked the edge, Kev. What are you thinking?
I think he has left it.
Makes it well, comes around the back. Has had to take a longer shot on the 3. Eyeing up the window between the 8 and the 9 for the 4. Found the window. This 4 doesn't need to do much with the cue ball. Should roll across back off the long rail towards the 9.
wants to draw it straight back. Either has to go 2 rails out or draw it into the side.
Yeah, don't
Rail
mind.
and then come back out again.
Don't mind either. Probably more down to preference or down to which position he wants to hold on the 7 for the 7 to the 8. That should be okay.
That's
We'll have
quite
to
some angle.
come in off the short rail.
Yeah, I think ideally it would have been like 1.5 ball more down the table, so he could just drop it in and leave it for 8 in the side.
Okay. A little bit more to do. Joey would ideally like to get the scoreline back to 6-4. Does not want to let Ernesto get to the hill. Oh, he's caught that. I was going to say caught it well, but the cue ball did look like it was going to rest on the long rail, which was going to make this 8 trickier. It hasn't. Still not the easiest of 8s for Joey.
Doesn't want.
Stayed,
Just stopped in time.
stayed down on the shot well. Put any potential nightmare of that missed 8.
7 it was, I think.
It was a 7, was it? Now. This 9 for 6-4. It's on the way, Kev.
And it's in.
Didn't need to look. The downstairs told us. Spicing up a little. Maybe a lot. Now, while Joey is racking them up and we're listening to the beautiful evening chorus coming from downstairs, Fatjon Lamka 4-2 up on Jan van Leerop. Seemed to have been a bit of time between 4-1 and 4-2. Joey Haagmans, of course, now looking to break, training 3 racks to 6. And the other match still left underway is the late starters. Alexander Jensch training 1 rack to 2 against Dean Shields. Last 16, we already have half that bracket decided. The rest will be drawn from the results of this. I'll do some name dropping when I get chance. Ooh, the 1 ball rattled and rolled and didn't drop. 1 did though by the looks of it, or did it? No. Ernesto, out of his seat. No real look on the 1. Crossbank into the side pocket could be an option, but where that 2 is.
Yeah, there's no value in that.
No.
I don't think he can hold it by 1 banking. Oh, he could. Joey thinks he's able to make that ball from there. Does look tight.
Well, a very small window to aim for. Made the 1. Oh. He's called over Johnny, our official. He's come over for our good butchers. Here he is. Will Johnny be good? I'm starting to think Joey's not even convinced here. He's like, please tell me this goes, Johnny.
It would be funny now if he just like plays the kick shot. Bit of mind games by Nesta though. Chalking up his cue.
Yeah. Great shot called by Johnny.
No, I think he said correct shot. I don't think a referee is able to say that's a great shot.
You're probably right, Kevin. However, it came across as he went
And it was a
good
great shot.
as in legal, not good as in I think you played a very well played shot. Good as in legal, but I get you. If he tells me now after this match he said good, you're in trouble, by the way. So,
Well,
Ernesto.
I'll get him a drink to tell you otherwise.
Is that probably Ernesto doesn't have really a shot on. Could, if he wanted to really be attacking, maybe play a bank shot here on the 3 and still hold shape for the 4.
Is he gonna go long then?
He's having a look. He's having a look.
And his cue ball might not be good.
That one was worth a head shake, I feel.
Yeah, or not.
Yeah.
It's been hard to tell so far if it means
Good, bad, indifferent.
No, it means like head shake. He can hit it. Head shake. He can make it. Or head shake like that's not where I wanted it.
Oh.
I think in this case it was head shake.
Well, we might find out he's got an ear infection or something. That could be causing his head to shake. However, we have a quiet gentleman in the box with us. Benji Buckley. Part of this and likely the side event. And the poor devil turned up with an ear infection. And was not very nice for the young man.
Young?
Kevin, straight in. How dare you say young about Benji Buckley? So, bringing it back to what's going on outside the box, Ernesto has played that quite well. He is going to be coming across very likely where the 9 would want to cause trouble, so he's going to need to slow that cue ball up centre table. Yeah, not bad speed. Took a little chunk of the pocket with it. But this is where he wanted the cue ball. Natural shape, avoiding the 8.
Does not want to be straight.
No. I'm trying a little bit of abracadabra with his wand. didn't do the trick. Can he squeeze something out of this? He's looking like he's trying to. Needs to be careful, especially with pace.
Yeah.
Thinking better of it.
If you can just draw it back to where it is about now, just drop in the 8 ball. Just like so.
The best he could do. He's got that off the rail. A couple of inches. And now this. Tricky 8. To put him between one more ball and a spot on the hill.
Oh, is he safe? Nope.
No. And Joey back to the table. Really just needs to focus on this pot. Not really any danger of a scratch. Just chunk into this with a little tracer draw. The cue ball should start tracking over towards the left side pocket.
Nice shot. And they agree downstairs.
Joey Hagemans, they're cheering downstairs like he's won the FA Cup. But that's not the case. It's just a lot of entertained and excited fans and friends downstairs making the most of this penultimate day here at the wonderful Taverne de Klokke, Oostende, for the CUETEC Belgian Open. Coming through good and clear from downstairs now. Something tells me Joey's got them to turn it up a notch.
Well, he hasn't been downstairs yet, though.
He's waving his cue like a conductor round the table. He's not, I'm just imagining. So Ernesto has had to listen to this going on downstairs. Needs to put it to one side. Is in the lead. Has been playing strong, has made some very effective and creative clearances when needed.
And again,
just hasn't made much position off the break. Well, it does have the option to push, Kevin.
So I've been told.
Well, yeah. Where is he going to push to? Is he going to... Could he come just down on the bottom of the table, short rail, and just hope that Joey's not able to get a safe from it, or...?
Maybe you'll try to tie up the 3 and 8.
Oh, not bad shout.
Maybe you won't.
No. I do like the idea of tying up the 3. That seems to be the easiest one. 6-7's already a little bit locked up. Maybe dressed up for the combination, but doesn't look like it from here. I have been deceived by our cameras before. More often, or on more than one occasion. Push to a jump. What does Joey say? He doesn't need to take this on if he doesn't want to.
And he doesn't. As you rightfully say. Let him take on the shot. A lot of things can go wrong here.
Oh,
Instead, a lot of things go well here.
what a shot. Made the jump, developed the cluster of the 7-6, has a good shot on the 3 here. Needs to put one more big shot in to get position on this 4, you feel. Can he dig into this? Swing it round near the top right corner pocket and bring it above the 6 to play the 4 into the same pocket.
Can he dig it?
No, he doesn't. He's come across. Now has left it in a good spot. If it does go into the side pocket, he'll take this on.
No. I think going.
Well, that'll help. Sorry. This is the last rounds of the evening. There is such a good vibe and fun spirit. We're just enjoying ourselves as well.
I would expect him to go to the bottom left corner.
Yeah, but he's going to need to put a bit of...
No, he doesn't need that much. If he just gets off the ball like half a foot, he already has the
Oh, wonderful.
the 5.
I felt he was going to start running forward towards the 9, and that would have just been danger. Oh, he's having a look at the combination. I don't know, this angle he's got, he could come underneath to put the 6 into the side. Like that.
I think he heard you.
Oh, better be quiet, it's only 20 foot. I don't want Johnny telling me off. Well, Ernesto, fair play to the Albanian. He's had to listen to a barrage of cheers and jeers from downstairs. None really have been for shots he's made. It's just the gang downstairs have taken a liking to Joey, whether Joey likes it or not. He might be too scared to go downstairs after this one. Oh, oh, oh. Of all the shots I expect Ernesto to falter on, it would not have been a shot like that. He's not really faltered much at all in this match. But this is a great opportunity for Joey. Would love to pull the scoreline back to 6 apiece here. It will turn this into a quick fire race to 2. Oh, Joey, Haagmans. Has the 7 gone? Oof.
I feel he might take on the bank.
Yeah, I don't mind taking this bank on either.
I think it's pretty.
Should naturally just come back across into that break box.
And if not, he might get lucky. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. How much of this can Joey see?
Yeah, he can clip it. But
Well, he could play it straight up and down the table and try and bring it up onto the short round near the 8. Depending on how much he can see of it. If he can't see the up and down, he may have to come across it. There's always a chance that the bank may be on. That was the bank I was suggesting. If he couldn't see the up and down, he's played it flat. And that 7 has started tracking towards the cue ball. It's not in gimme territory, but it's certainly there to be made.
Yeah, well, we're not after midnight yet, so.
Big shot for Ernesto. Great opportunity for him to take the hill without letting Joey bring the scoreline back level. And just to put a little dullness on the raucousness from downstairs. Might just quieten them a little bit.
He keeps looking at the right top pocket, isn't he?
I like the right top, but that left side pocket looks big. You'll have
Yeah,
to dump a load of top on it.
I might prefer the left side on this one.
Yeah, he's played it slightly thicker and dumped a lot of topspin, as we suggested. Compromised the pot, didn't get position. Joey back to the table, and this is a very, very nice 7 for the centre. Joey won't need asking twice here for this one. Really doesn't need to do too much with the cue ball here. All about letting the cue ball do its work. Good pace control. This 9, scoreline 6-6. This match still hard to pick a winner, and quite rightfully so. Joey Hagemans bring the scoreline back to 6 apiece. What do they say downstairs? Oh yeah.
What he says upstairs is, I'm taking a timeout.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll use the upstairs toilet, not the downstairs. Well, let me just say, while Joey and Ernesto both take their time out, as you can hear, both myself, Gethin Davis and Kevin Dykstra will just take this short opportunity to just get ourselves a fresh drink, and we'll be back with you all very shortly for the culmination of this exciting race to 8 between Joey Hagemans and Ernesto Joni place in tomorrow's last 16. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You join us at 6 apiece in this exciting matchup. Losers qualification here at the CUETEC Belgian Open 2026. Oostende, Taverne de Klokke, Joey Haagmans, Ernesto Gioni. My name is Gethin Davis. Joey Haagmans to break. And whatever advantage Ernesto may have thought he had, that has been snuffed out now. Haagmans breaking to get on the hill. And not something that we've seen too much of in this match. Joey not only making the one, actually has a good look at the two. Good spread of the balls. This is about pace, needs it to slow up. Was looking to play the 3 in the bottom right corner. That's not the way it's turned out, but the 3 has a straight path to the 9. I'm not too sure if Joey feels any value in going for a combination on the 9 and putting the 3 safe and the cue ball safer. I've just been on their timeout. What a great way to come back in taking this 13th rack quickly. He's having a look at it, ladies and gentlemen. 3 onto the 9. Watch the 9 ball. Ooh, didn't focus enough on the cue ball. That has left Ernesto with a very good look at the 3. If he can get into the cue ball, should be able to hold for the 4. Played it well, held for the 4. Doesn't need to do too much to hop out for this 5. Would ideally like to be just low on it. Doesn't want to be running the cue ball where the 7 may come into play. I think he's done okay here. If he's not, he's got to play a bit of a shot here and push the cue ball through. Which he's done to great effect. That is a very nice shot. Now can just play the cue ball back out across the table off the long rail. 7 in the right centre. Ernesto now pole position to get on the hill first.
I'd have to go towards the short rail here. Or can he draw it back? Oh, less angle than I thought.
He can. And can probably just draw here as well. This 9 ball, Kevin. Whoa. This match has had a little bit of everything. And good to see. Most of our matches on this table has gone most of the way.
Not a lot of sound coming from downstairs after that 9 ball.
Surprisingly, huh? Maybe they turned the volume down a bit.
I went downstairs and told them to be quiet a bit.
Yeah, right. Like, that would probably... You did? I was going to say that would be like a red rag to a bull, no?
Oh, they listened.
They'll be cheering Kevin next, you watch. So, Ernesto Gioni looking to join two other Albanians already in the last 16. Kledio and Iklent Kaci.
And a fourth one is on the way. That John Lamse is up 6-4.
Well, he is on the way, but as we have seen, it's not a foregone conclusion. Ernesto 7-6 on the hill, breaking for the match and making the one, Kevin.
And a great split.
What a time to do that.
Yeah, he's straight away looking at where he wants to shape for the 5. Because he does not want an angle towards the 7.
Well, he's just eyeing this up. Just to remind you, from the losers qualification, already through to the last 16, joining the 8 already selected: Victor Zelensky, Yannick Pongers, Mohamed Soufi, Felix Vogel, Quinton Pongers. Not a bad lineup coming through the losers qualification.
No, not at all.
And then in the last 16, 2 Finns, Yanni Sekinen, Arseny Sebastianov. We have Hungarian Oliver Solnocki. 3 Germans, Pius Beyer, who has been playing in formidable form at this tournament, I have to say, took Niels Fine, or beat Niels Fine in the group stage. Tobias Bongers and Ralf Suke, the Kaiser, also fellow Germans joining him. And as we said, 2 Albanians already. Ernesto, 1 step into the last 16, you'd have to say. Maybe it just finished a little tricky on the 5.
Yeah, I think
If he could just stop it and take a stiffer angle, that might be his best option here.
he's going to try and make something happen.
Yeah, he is. He didn't like it.
And he does.
Not bad at all. Come the right angle of the 6, just can kill the cue ball.
You can see here just that small angle. Coming nicely behind the 7. Two more balls for Ernesto Gioni to join the last 16 here at the CUETEC Belgian Open in the Klokke Oostende.
He's done well, considering what's been coming up the stairs. Tip of the hat to Ernesto Gioni. Takes out Joey Haagmans in a thrilling 8-6 win. As there's a bit more cheering to come from downstairs and a smile shared between the players. There are 2 more matches still underway. Facin Lamke, another Albanian, 6-4 up against Jan van Lierop. And the late starters, Dean Shields of the UK, 5-2 up on Alexandra Gents. We will be ending our streams for day 4 very shortly.
Yeah, you can still watch the end of the 2 other matches on stream 7 of OrangeForks Open. Of OrangeForks Productions. And
absolutely, and we will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central European Time, kicking off the last 16. It will be our last final day here in Oostende, and well, I did mention the names